Hi, I'm going to walk you through this session of the NAISS Introduction to Python for HPC course day 1. And the session is called Using the Python Interpreter. And I'm going to show this for the Pelle HPC cluster. And Pelle is an HPC cluster maintained by UpMax. What we're going to do, we're going to read the documentation of that HPC cluster. We're going to use a book. We're going to read it a bit. We're going to log into our HPC cluster. We're going to load Python and we're going to run a minimal Python. So running Python on an HPC cluster, this is one of the course goals, that you're able to run your calculations on an HPC cluster. However, on an HPC cluster things are different. You cannot install everything yourself. And especially not having two versions of Python on the same HPC cluster installed. So what I mean with that, on your local computer you have one version of Firefox, one version of Word, one version of everything installed usually. So that means if someone else wants to use a different version on your computer, you only have your own version. You have that new version suddenly. Software modules allows our different users, all our users, to run software of their favorite version. And this helps produce reproducible research. So the Python interpreter itself is important because it's the program that lets your Python code do something. It is at the heart of using Python. Without it you cannot do Python programming. So the Python interpreter, it's a program that reads code and converts it to machine code. Similar like when you send a letter to something. When you send a letter to do something, let's say you tell an employee what to do, this employee will read the letter and then will do it. Alright, so goal of this session is to run the Python interpreter on an HPC cluster. So let's do it. And this is, we need to log into an HPC cluster. I'm already done this. Let's take a look. Yes, here we are on Pelle. There. And do ls. Sure, this looks like a Pelle cluster to me. Good. We're going to load a Python module and we're going to use the Python interpreter. We're going to use the documentation of your HPC center, so that will be easy. This exercise will ensure you can be able to run a minimal program. Difficulty of the exercise depends on your HPC cluster. So we do Pelle, which means we do not need a VPN, we do not need SSH keys, we do not need a two-factor authenticator. We have excellent documentation, so the difficulty of this will be easy. Exercise 1, let's go through the exercise. Remember Zoomer, we don't need to do this in a video. We need to log into an HPC cluster. We don't need to do this in this video because it's already prerequisite for this course where I've showed you how to log in already someplace else. Exercise 3, load the Python module. Sure, we need to look that up apparently. 4, start an interpreter, and 5, run a hello world program. So let's start here. Exercise 3, load the Python module. Go to the documentation of your HPC cluster and load the Python software module of the version indicated by the table below. So for Pelle I'm going to load 3.13.1. So where is that documentation? Well, I'm going to put this at the left. I'm going to make a new tab. And we're going to go to the UpMax documentation. And there I'm going to search for Python and Pelle. So this is a workshop, this is this workshop, this is also this workshop. Here we see how to run parallel jobs in Python, installing Python packages. So I want something that has both Pelle and Python in it. Pelle fingerprints, starting an interactive session, log into Pelle. Maybe just Python is good enough. HPC Python, intro to Python. Python, oh, let's take this one. Good, we have found the Python user guide. And what we need to do, we need to load a specific Python version. I see here the word loading Python. Here we already see. To find out which Python modules there are, use module spider Python. So that I'm going to copy paste to a terminal. There. Ctrl Shift V to paste. Let's take a look how easy we can find our specific version of Python. Do you see BioPython? Sure, IPython. Regular Python. So this seems to be the latest version of regular Python. I'm going to copy paste it. And now I need to do module load and then Python of that version. So let's just do that. So again, I'm going to copy this. Copy Q to enter this. Ctrl Shift V to paste this. I need to put in before module load. And now I have loaded Python of that module. Let's double check. This is beyond the exercise, but let's check. There, we have loaded 3.13.1 on Pelle. Next step, start the Python interpreter. Well, I already see in the documentation how to start the Python interpreter by typing Python. Let's do that. Python, there, Python interpreter. And then run a hello world program. Copy paste the following code to the Python interpreter, sure. And press enter. So this is the Python interpreter because of these three things. Ctrl Shift V to paste, enter, and yes, we have just ran our first hello world program where we make Python say the words hello world. With that, I've walked you through this session using the Python interpreter. And with that, I wish you a very good day. Bye.